ready, I'm ready for war. I just got 20, I'm running on empty. This mobile that came from my money is silly. I feel like envy, not trying to be friendly. It is what it is, if you want me, come get me. Whenever you ready, no, I keep it steady. Yeah, I get the W, throw the confetti. Please do not tempt me, don't hold it against me. We about that action, don't ever forget it.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. It's the marquee game of opening weekend, and off we go on a Sunday night on EA Sports. John Hightower now from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Not the start that he was looking for as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Brings up second and 11 at the 20-yard line.
Shotgun now for Lance. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. You don't see that a ton, do you? Where the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
To throw, it's Lance. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
To throw, Huntley. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
Here's Huntley. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. That opening drive rhythm continues right into play number 3.
Whatever they decided that they wanted to run before the game, It's working pretty well for them right now. Moving the ball downfield at a nice rate. And guess what? I think the chain crew might have to get a little oxygen over there. They have to keep moving downfield with first downs on each play.
Tackle made that time by B.J. Hill. Coming up on 2nd and 7. Huntley to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Howard. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short. They elect to throw for it. And that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. I love those plays. 4th and 1. That's who wants it more, this time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the other side backwards? We saw it there for the offense getting it done.
From the gun, Huntley. This is caught. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal.
A gain of 7 brings up 2nd and goal at the 1-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Huntley. And it's caught. Touchdown. Mike Gesicki there to make the grab. And the Lancers are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And that makes the score 7-0. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. Out of the end zone, here comes Hightower.
We play to win. On the return, the Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
49ers nothing.
Yards remaining on second down. Now Lance. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing now is Lance. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A play fake for Sermon. Now Lance. Flushed out right. And Lance will have the first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact there at the end of the play. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Sermon now on 1st and 10. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Room to run for Gaskin. And he'll be taken down at the 26.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Off of play action, here's Lance. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. James Washington, 26 yards. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. And they rattle off a big one.
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just saw receivers find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Javon Kinlaw. Coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. Looking to throw on second down. Huntley over the middle. He's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in week 1. And he's going to be brought down. He needed to get to the 20, but he's a yard or 2 short. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Back to throw. Huntley escaping, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Bruce Arians takes a shot there, but his guys come up empty, and the 49ers are going to get the football back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Second and 10. Lance looking to throw it. This to the outside, it's Sermon. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. From the gun, it's Lance. He'll dump this off to Sermon, complete. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Again, it's Lance. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive, as they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
At the 36-yard line.
Here's 2nd and a yard. Looking to throw. Huntley. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big connection on that one. 33 yards. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, watch the slam. Watch the slam.
Back to throw. Huntley. Here's a diving catch right side. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. So we've reached halftime here in our initial Sunday night telecast of the new season. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after their first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. Powers past him at the... And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that makes the score 14-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Throwing after the interception. Huntley eluding the pressure right. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Looking to throw. Huntley flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And this one is incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They got to get to the 23 here on third. Hands it off out of the gun. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. On fourth down, Huntley. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
25 yards on the play. Complete.
Back to throw. Huntley. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. No gain on the screen there at second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. From the gun, Huntley. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute again.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Mike Gesicki, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Lancers are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Extra point put through by Succop. And that will tie our game here in the third. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Out of the end zone, here comes Hightower. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
A quick throw complete to Washington. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play. And sometimes it can break big.
Now a play fake. Lance.
And that is incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. Lance now to throw. And right back to Kittle. This time he's got it.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Lance now on first down.
incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Lance.
And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field. Have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call.
Again, they'll throw it with Lance.
This will be caught. It's Samuel. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, 39 yards. And the 49ers have moved out in front. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2.
Operating from the gun.
Huntley. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the second pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
On 1st down, Lance.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in the running back's hands, that's football for me.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
On the handoff, it's Gaskin.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7.
The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a third one.
Yeah, now from this spot on third down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try and throw it for a touchdown.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
The false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line.
Fred Warner in on the tackle. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 13 at the 17-yard line.
To throw, Huntley. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Brings up 3rd down.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile.
You got 3 down. Check.
To throw from his end zone. Huntley, flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And unable to connect on the long pass. He actually brings it in, but he was out of bounds, incomplete. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
1 score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Now he'll escape to his right. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And they'll spot him at the 3-yard line. When you're on your own 1-yard line like they were, oftentimes you're thinking just run on any down, get some space. There they elect to throw it. It cost them.
You get the sense that they were banking on the element of surprise, right? Everyone expects you to run it there. Let's take a shot. Let's throw it. Try and create some space, some room. And it went awry, didn't it?
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And this is going to get out of bounds. So they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually. And they'll hold on to the football as well. Very fortunate to get another shot. Here's 2nd and goal. Lance going to sneak it. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Trey Lance with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the 49ers are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
14 yards. That's good for an Oklahoma City 1st down.
Here's Huntley. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Huntley's throw complete here to his receiver Brown. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 19 on the last play, 19 more here, and another 1st down. Huntley to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again. He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here, that's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 7-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. It's a foot race. The 30. 10. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Slide for the PAT.
And he's been a busy man. 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Lancers 14.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience.
Now he'll let it go deep right side. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Eluding the pressure, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Flushed out right. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable 3rd down. Looking to throw. Huntley throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Sliding out of the pocket. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Lance, a give now to Sermon. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Here comes the 49ers punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. This will be fielded at the 17. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Escaping the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown! Well, sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away.
Taken at the goal line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
Play action, now it's Lance. That ball caught, Brandon Ayuk. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback. And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick-6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Jamel Dean. And that will write a finish to this ball game. So the victory here for San Francisco. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Niners, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Indianapolis Colts.